Welcome back. I'm Peggy and this is livinretirement.com, and we have a guest today, and this is my sister Barbara.
Hello.
And she's going to share her insights on being a grandma. And she knows kids. Let me tell you just a little bit of a history on her. She raised 5 boys. She has 6 grandchildren, and also she runs a child care for over how many years, Barb?
34 years.
34 years. So Barb knows kids, and
Kind of. As best anyone could.
Yeah, that's true. What would you say to a grandparent that just brand new grandparent? What are some of the tips that you'd give to us about what should we do?
Well, no one is an expert in the field. But I learned early on to stay away from the hospital until the day after and bring a gift for the mom the next day. Show up the next day. If you can avoid the birth scene, do it, because you're a lot more emotionally hooked in than you realize. I sat there and watched my son, it was too much for me. And who'd know, after all these years with kids and babies, and I've seen them and had them and loved them and kissed them, I thought there's millions of kids. I'm going to be like a cucumber, cool as a cucumber. And you know what? I freaked. I went home crying. Your baby has a baby.
Yeah.
And that's what knocks you over. That's what you're like, whoa, wait a minute, that's my baby, and now he's got a baby.
Well, okay, so what now that let's say the grandbaby is now here. What are some of the things?
You got to let them do their own thing, too.
Yeah.
You got to let them figure it out.
Yeah.
But if they ask,
Yeah.
they'll
Give advice if they ask. Otherwise, no.
No, I wouldn't know. Just let them learn, live and learn.
So is that one of your big tips, is only give advice unless they ask?
Yeah, unless they ask. Don't try to tell someone how to change a diaper.
Yeah.
That's a negative deal.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, no matter how they put it on, wow, are you great at that? Then you don't have to change too many diapers
That's a
either.
great one.
You don't.
Well, that's true too.
Anytime someone else will change a diaper for you, just go for it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What are some key things as a grandparent that you've done over this last 10 years? You say, what are some of the things that you say, this is what I would recommend to somebody who is just getting into this? Here are some top things I would tell them.
Yeah, I think that I do. I think that my experience has been different because I do have my child care in my home, and each one of my sons, when they had these kids, all of a sudden, let's move over by my mom's. And I'm like, oh, so I've had my grandchildren in my child care. So I've had a little different experience. So I don't, unless you're willing to open up a child care in your home, which
some people you get to see them all the time.
I see them every day, and I also see my grown sons every day. I've really gotten to know my daughter-in-laws really well. But the one thing I think that as grandparents that we can do that aside from that weird situation with that is...
You mean fantastic situation?
Well,
I might open up one myself.
I know, but so the one thing I think often that I want them to know that I'm here for them, those kids. I want.
What do you mean? So
I want them to know that I make mistakes, you make mistakes. My 10-year-old granddaughter, I want her to always tell the truth, so I always tell the truth. And I tell her funny things like she chews her fingernails. I want her to know I chewed my fingernails. It's okay.
Yeah. And
anytime something comes up, don't lie, just tell the truth. You can always tell me the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody. What have I got to lose? I'm in charge of their dad. So I want them to know that they can count on me, and I want to always be a good example for them too.
Yeah.
I always say thank you, please, and thank you, and that kind of thing. And you can't believe how these kids are. Thank you, please, may I? Just because they're watching.
Long way.
They're watching you.
Yep.
They're watching you, and you can set that example. And I do think you can be one person that they might come to, even as teenagers. I don't know. I don't have teenage grandchildren, but wouldn't you like to be that one that they could say, "Hey, I really messed up. What do you think?"
I would like to.
I would love to be that one that would get that phone call,
Yeah.
and they'd say, da 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 da, I need $20
Yeah.
or 200
Yeah, or something else. Yeah.
or tuition, or but I know I want them to know that I'm here and I'm not perfect.
That's
either.
a great one. That's a great
I've
one, too.
messed up. You maybe all do.
That's a great one, Barb.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I tell them I love them every single time I hug them and see them. I love you, and I love you even more.
And I've seen her do that.
I do.
Kissing.
Yeah,
kiss
yeah.
it, come sit with me. Snuggle.
A lot of people have a hard time saying I love you, but boy, man, and everyone says it's a weird experience to be a grandparent, and you know what? It is.
Why?
I
Why?
don't know.
Is it because your baby's having? What you said earlier,
it might be that your baby's
a baby.
having a baby, and you're watching them, and you're laughing at them, and and if they ask you to babysit, do it.
Yeah, any
fun.
chance you can. Yeah, any
Yeah.
chance you can to be with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you can't be, then do your Skyping and all that. And it's just I can't even explain it. It's a weird thing. You have to do it. I hope everyone gets to do it. if they
Excellent. So how did you decide what to have your grandchildren call you?
They decided for me.
Do they all call you the same thing?
No, some of them call me. Because of the childcare thing, they call me Barbara because all the kids call me Barbara. But then I've got one little one that calls me Grandma, and I'm like, oh man, does that melt my heart? Now go figure. Who would think that when some little kid calls me Grandma, my heart's gonna go. But we had a grandmother who, if we called her Grandma, she corrected us and was like, I'm grandmother. No one ever called me Grandma.
Yeah.
Call me grandmother, and we all went ee.
Yeah, she
we got
wasn't
kind
our
of scared.
favorite.
So now I don't care. Now it's like whatever they want to call me.
Yeah. That's
I don't
good
really
advice.
care.
So who cares? in
But
the
some
end, right?
people really push it. Like I'm Gigi, or I'm Gammy, or I'm Glam Slam, or some darn thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you can push that, and then they'll call you that. Whatever.
Yeah. This has been great. Here, these are great tips. I hope one of these will help you be a better grandma. And if you have any tips, please share them and join the discussion on liveinretirement.com on the Let's Talk tab, where you can join our Facebook discussion at Live in Retirement Let's Talk. Thank you.